got 2 or 3 of your teammates tagged up early on.
Well, London, are you ready for this second map? Astralis FaZe, we're live into the pistol round. FaZe have their backs against the wall. It's third map or bust for them, and Guardian's getting information. We'd love to see him have a hot start. And again, Astralis being very aggressive and taking control, but look at Rain.
Yeah, this is triple aggression, isn't it? Just pushing down alone, USP in hand. This is going to catch him off guard. He gets one good headshot, he wants more, and that's so scary. Getting greedy in that moment could throw the whole round away. He's down to 4 health, but still, that's a great peak and a great win for FaZe early on. It
does. I mean, Astralis, when that kill comes in, they have a decision. Do they want to keep going forward? Do they want to force themselves into the bomb site? The problem is they realize that FaZe has all the information. No one at the B bomb site. They can rotate, they can cheat. And now they know they have to force back any player in Banana. So here they come, Olaf with a chance, and ooh! He goes back for it, slaps Glaive aside. And it looks like Magisk and Zipnix at least want to apply a little bit of pressure, but why would you go off at Olaf Meister after that?
Maybe we need to forward that one to the ethics committee, Moses. That has to be a violation of some sort. 3 versus 5 now, 45 seconds, and Astralis must be just a slight bit stunned in this round. What is happening? Why are we being shot by people we can hardly even see? 35 seconds, and they do put in a bit of a smoke, but I mean, whatever plan they had, they're going to have to improvise right now because they've run out of players. Might be trying to see if they could crunch the B bomb site through CT spawn. They run through their own smoke, and they're going to be running right into CT spawn, but still 20 seconds, and Olaf, he's got his eye trained on that. He's so ready for it. Long range fight there. Going to be won by Sip, and Rain is low from that early fight in the middle with 4 health left. Very unlikely he can stay alive for much longer. The bomb will go down, and it might actually be a 3-on-3. Somehow Astralis have come back into this round. It shouldn't have been possible, and yet here they are. The Guardian creeping up Banana. He's got a teammate with him behind him. Nico going to be coming into it. The bomb only just planted. The kit is on Karrigan, and he's alone in CT spawn. If he dies with the kit out there, that could be the round done almost immediately. Let's see what they do. Dupree, a little bit of damage out. Sip is hearing it. Karrigan now on the site with the kit, so can they crunch them in? Meg is hiding in dark. It's going to be down to the last second. They get a couple of great kills, and the bomb ticking away. 10-second defuse, not going to be good enough. They recommit with the kit in hand. Dupree, one shot will do it, but that's not going to happen. Nico saving the round, and FaZe getting the defuse. My God.
But what a desperate situation. It didn't have to be that difficult. Again, FaZe, a lot of control is given up. Yes, great utility from Astralis to get towards CT spawn, but it felt like FaZe inside of this B bomb site. Olaf maybe forgetting how much time is on the clock, forgetting that time was his ally, going for that long range fight. You did not have to do that, but still a beautiful retake. A little bit of a shuffle on the defuse. You could see Dupree just trying to get the angle on the bomb to prevent it from coming out. But with the plant, Astralis going to save. No armor, no utility, just some upgraded pistols, and they'll have the AKs out around early.
Big victory for FaZe on a map that they're a little bit untested on. Picking up pistol rounds going to make a big difference. I mean, it did seem like they had it locked down, right? They even saw the split through middle coming, like they knew that was happening. So should have maybe been a slight bit cleaner, but they'll take it anyway.
Great call by FaZe, though, when the B bomb site was eventually getting split, immediately pushing or calling for that 2 push down mid. Olaf and Karrigan should be able to handle this with ease. Olaf has already spotted his shoulder. He knows exactly what's coming. They might spam that smoke after the trajectory of the nade, but not quite yet. No armor, nothing really to use. Another smoke going to come in to delay. Maybe a run boost.
Yeah, we'd love that, wouldn't we? Just flying over the smoke. They're waiting very patiently on the other side, trying to do a bit of damage to Olaf Meister. He's not going to be happy about it, but at the same time, they should be able to hold their ground on this bomb site. Perfect timing on that Molotov, the smoke.
At this point, FaZe have to know they're just waiting bunched up outside this B bomb site. 2 smokes, Molotov, there's no action, no noise on the other side of the map. They have to know what's coming. It's all about the timing. Very little weaponry for Astralis, and there's the peak, and there's the slaughter. We all saw it coming for a while. It was just a matter of time. But Astralis don't really care. They get the rifles in this round. They're going to have some utility, and now they get to really attack and sink their teeth into this FaZe defense.
Good amount of Molotovs being picked up here again. That is kind of the lifeblood of playing CT side on Inferno. We saw it a little bit in that round, sort of keeping the constant wall of smokes or Molotovs or whatever it may be up in front of that B bomb site. Such a big difference. And they're going to put 3 people in B bomb site. Probably one of them is going to fall back pretty early on, but it does allow for an extra set of grenades to be, again, just guarding that part of the map.
Oh, above the flames. Glaive, it's going to get a double kill. The Molotov helps him out, but more utility spended, but it's not worth it for FaZe. A man down, and so many nades have been used just to prevent any more damage from coming out of Banana. This is a disaster. A 4-on-3. Kerrigan's got to hold the fort, and God, FaZe just turned the corner right into fire.
That was almost a flashback to what, the Legend stage when when MIBR sort of ran back into the flames, I believe, on this map. Something very similar. And
Banana can be just such an awkward place to have fights with all the utility that's just sunk into that portion of the map very early on. It can get so weird.
What a fight! What a favor they just gave to Glaive there. He wasn't flashed either. I mean, the guy behind them, Guardian, he was setting that up, or Kerrigan, I believe, he was setting that flashbang up, right? Didn't really seem to do all that much. It'd be interesting to see the replay just of that. 45 seconds, and we'll see what they could do here, Astralis. That double pit play is pretty strong.
I think Astralis at the moment just kind of hitting the pause button. You could have taken advantage of the fact that maybe there's only one player at the B bomb site, but at the same time, you might just run into a stack. Maybe they rotated someone very quickly. So hitting the brakes and seeing if there's going to be any reaction from FaZe. A lot of faith in Kerrigan to be able to hold this B bomb site, which you almost feel would be pretty much impossible if they did attack him. But this double pit, smoke and lane, can be so effective.
And not bad at all. Nico, down on the low ground, instantly shut down. And Guardian, he wanted to swap out for that AK-47. It's not going to happen. Device will open up the bomb site. And no chance for Kerrigan to get back into this one. Maybe he could collect the rifle somewhere, but yeah, he's going to pick up the AK and run back into it.
That's so sick from Device. I mean, he's just kind of abandoning his teammates. He's trusting not only his teammates, but his two players to be able to handle one guy in pit. He's just waiting for the swing, because if he gets traded off, even if they go 2 for 1 there and that pit player behind the wall is still alive, it's very, very difficult for Astralis to get into the bomb site and get that plant down. Device had one job and he executed it perfectly. It's going to be 2-1.
And because of that early buy, it really is not a good fun time for FaZe, right? They don't get to build the same kind of confidence early on. 2-1, and they save one AK-47 there on the FaZe side. So just the pressure is going to be, I mean, just continuing from that first map. It just never ends in this game. They have enough to buy. They can Kerrigan drop an M4 for somebody. They should be able to spread out the money on the rest.
You do have to be a little bit curious. I mean, with the way that the CT sides worked, yeah, you have to know that Molotov's going to come out. I think maybe what happened is FaZe didn't expect the Molotovs because of the early buy. They thought perhaps it was going to come out later, like they wouldn't be fighting in the flames in that fashion, but obviously a little bit fooled, miscounting the cash. How many rounds does FaZe need, though? That becomes the question. With how defensive-sided Mirage was, you have to have a very strong half here if you're going to feel confident.
Oh, big chance there for a kill. He actually tagged Device, who was behind him. He shot through the legs of Magus to hit that shot. I can't even believe it. Following up, and Magus gets taken down. Great investment, by the way. That was the cash that Kerrigan had that was thrown into buying that AWP, so big news there.
Magisk had no idea that Guardian was going to stick around to that car, come back to it as well. He's caught completely off guard, and that has got to be frustrating. You like to see that kind of initiative out of Guardian early on into this game. They're going to need his AWP time and time again. He'll have to answer the call. 2 players inside the site. Kerrigan over at small pit watching Rap side means Astralis does not have to worry about pit. 3 players to lead the way. Device coming up with the bomb late.
They're getting very close to the side before they engage this. Plenty of time on the clock, and that's a fight that maybe they could have won. Looked like Nico was a bit slow, but he hits the headshot, and Kerrigan will take down Glaive, and whatever plan Astralis had, it's probably not going to work out now. 2-on-5, jumping up into Graveyard here. Bit of an opening. Can't follow it up. Rain. Not a bad shot at all with the FAMAS. The Device now just doing damage. It's not bad, but it's nowhere near good enough here. 3 men survive on the FaZe side. They're going to be thrilled about this. That's a really, really good round to be winning there, and that actually puts Astralis out of money as well.
They can still force buy if they want, though I think they'll be missing an AK-47, and if they want to go that deep, they might be missing some utility as well. So I think this is a round where you kind of invest a very small portion of the cash and kind of do a half buy and see if you can limit the money of FaZe as you move forward. But they're going to take a timeout, wanting to talk things over. We saw this on Mirage as well, using... there were, 4 timeouts used for those first 8 rounds from both of the teams. Each team using 1 or 2.
And they are going to actually force into this round. I'm a little bit shocked.
I am too. They didn't seem to have the money necessary to kind of make the call, but I mean, obviously this is a team, Astralis, who is going to be well-versed, have a plan for every kind of circumstance. Even with the UMPs, you have the utility to be able to get those into the action, and we know how aggressive CZs can be in terms of attacking locations on the map and in terms of turning corners as well.
think of the implications, at least for maybe the first, I don't know, 2/3 of this map.
Yeah.
If they lose this round, FaZe jump up to, what, 5 rounds or so?
If they're able to win a pretty clean round, right?
That could be really scary. 3 C-set 75s, a couple of UMPs. Is it going to be enough? It just doesn't seem likely. You never know.
They might do a pop flash up and try and chase Guardian down. Actually, as I say that, they kind of slow down the pace, pushing up alt mid. But with Glaive coming towards top ramp all on his own, that idea kind of disappears. Olaf and Kerrigan to watch B, and all 5 players of Astralis. And in alt mid, looking to set up some nades, looking to take control of these halls. Nico in Graveyard, and it looks like Rain is going to play in pit.
See if they're going to try and smoke it off. Smoke on the balcony to try and make the entrance. Double wall there down towards the pit. Trying to make that one player irrelevant. But it's Rain. Not easy to put him out of a round. He's going to get that first kill, and he's just hiding and waiting. They line up for a great triple spray down. Just going to continue into the quad. And now Magisk. He was going to be the late lurker coming out of Boiler. The grenade does catch Rain at the end. It seems unfair. He was doing such a good job. Magisk, at least he gets to put some damage on the board in this 1 versus 5. He cannot follow that kill up. Nico gonna win it, and they survive. That's 1-4, so it was a bit scary there for a minute.
No, but what a hold from Rain, just being patient, waiting for them to kind of turn that corner and swing on him and take a wide fight. He knows he's playing their game if he's the one to swing. Great angle. All of Astralis falls. They had the pathway, they had the wall to be safe in chasing him down, but just weren't comfortable doing it. Nico in Graveyard as well with the Molotov in towards lane, so I hope that Astralis really gains out of that round. Minimal damage to the economy of FaZe, but it does give you some kind of an idea of one of the defenses that FaZe is going to be bringing out to this game. So every little bit counts at this point, and Guardian still with the AWP in his hands. And a fall back. Late nade does a little bit of chip damage. And again, just Glock, so Astralis saving all the money they have.
Yeah, they kind of have to now. They've led themselves down a path where it could get really rough on the utility for a while now. And FaZe are going to start to build up a bank of their own. Getting out of the balcony here is just not easy, and Rain is going to continue. He must be building quite a bit of confidence out of last couple of rounds. 8-3 right now. He's down to 10 health, but now backup is going to be there. And one good kill at least from Glaive. A little bit annoying. And they do run him down. Bomb plant as well, definitely going to help out.
That's a huge win for Astralis that the bomb was allowed to go down. There was no utility, there was no upgraded pistols. It was just unarmored opponents just running out, and they found a pathway into the bomb site. So small mistake from FaZe, but that's going to give Astralis a lot more to work with in this round in terms of their nades.
Yeah, and for any new viewers, well, first of all, welcome. You found the best game to watch, so you're not going to be disappointed in that. But that bomb plant, that bomb plant does mean that they all get $800 each. So a big difference in terms of how many grenades they can buy. They would have had the AKs and the armor anyway, but it is an economic swing that's sort of favoring them a little bit there.
Yeah, it helps out in a big way. Might have been a Molotov, might have been a smoke, whatever utility it could have been. Everything is going to help. They've got to battle against this rising money that FaZe has. 5-1, triple defense at Banana for FaZe. And you can just see how difficult and dicey it can be in this part of the map. Fire consuming the entire ground, the whole length. And still another sequence of nades coming out. So much being dumped here. Both teams desperately wanting control, and FaZe is not backing off. They want to go for this. Turns from the flashbang. Kerrigan's not aware of it. Oh, and it's all Astralis. Olaf, the last one left to hold the line, and even he's going to try and get out of dodge. One smoke to delay, but another big win in Banana for Astralis.
Absolutely. If they had all four players there, I wonder if they would have gone for it. Olaf gets to live a little while longer. Dupree. They are starting to empty that A bomb side on the FaZe side. Just Nico remaining with the AK-47, and he's in a very awkward spot. If they were to go for it, it'd be very hard for him to stay alive. He's repositioning himself a little bit now, which is kind of smart, but you can tell just how many angles he has to cover single-handedly.
Now, last time there was a three-man defense from FaZe at this stage in the round. It was two, it was a double pit, and it was one at the B bomb side. This time FaZe has switched it up. Olaf and Rain going to defend this B bomb site as Rain has shifted over. It's Nico at A. And two men are defending the bomb site that is about to be under attack. 30 seconds left to make this work.
So many grenades on the Astralis side. Are they going to remain unflashed throughout all of this? That back and dark, that's Rain holding Smoke to block off one of the players. They need to come through. They need to help each other out right now. Olaf doing a little bit of damage, but Rain biding his time. He's waiting for the perfect moment. That bomb going down in front, and Rain picking up a kill. Long range spray. How is he still alive back here? He should have been dead 10 seconds ago, but he's just living throughout all of this. And now backup is going to come in here as well. Device nearly goes down, and Olaf Meister, how does he get the angle? Taking down Device 2-on-2. FaZe not letting go of this round yet. Can they get the retake? Sip is going to be taking down one, and that smoke is just blocking them off. Not going to get the kill on that HE grenade, and now the crossfire is set up. And Nico, almost impossible to break this one. Astralis, they might have found a way to slip through with another round here in spite of everything that was done there. Olaf with the double, and Rain staying alive forever in that round. It will be 5-2. Astralis picking up a second round finally. Great fight to be winning early on Banana.
Yep, don't even mind Nico not going for that 1-on-2. Tough crossfire to break up and use the money, just try and take as many guns away for Astralis. So again, even on the T side, you put him in a reset scenario. Olaf's got to be a little bit frustrated. When you have two players stacking that B bomb site like that and the hits coming in, you want both of your players to be in front of those smokes. You want both of them to be able to actually play and defend that. All he could do, because he was trying to shift around towards the CT spawn side, was just try and provide some kind of a distraction. Sprays through the smoke, pray that they take attention away from Rain, pray that maybe he gets a dink or a kill. Wasn't really to be. Second round for Astralis, but again, FaZe is doing a good job at making sure. I mean, the one thing they have to prevent now is banana control, and there's going to be an op duel, and it's won by Guardian. Device falls right back up into it, and here's that double op setup, and it's chimed in already. Olaf gets one towards the B bomb site, and a very quick 5-on-3.
And that was a boost in middle as well. The angle there, you can even tell that Device was crouching down on the ramp. He didn't think he was going to be visible because he'd stayed crouched like that, but the boost on the other side just giving him a slight edge. What a great way. I mean, we were celebrating Astralis with that boost in middle on Mirage. This one, to get that opening kill, is just beautiful.
Oh, Guardian, this is risky, and yeah, he turns around to Pre. Who else to find an entry kill? And he's got position in library. He can cut off rotations. This makes Nico and Rain very, very nervous.
They should be. If they go too quick, though, if Karrigan tries to retake library here, that could be really uncomfortable as well. Suddenly, they're completely isolated in pit inside bomb site. There is a smoke as well on Dupree, so he could definitely do some damage from that library position. 40 seconds now. And they are just waiting. Astralis again putting on the brake. This is one of the things that they're just so good at, allowing for the other team to make a mistake if they were gonna. So far that hasn't happened. FaZe are just equally as patient on the other side. 27 seconds. Oh, just as he looks away, but doesn't matter. Rain, incredible headshot there, taking down Dupree, and they line up for a beautiful spray. Nico dropping both. Double up to begin it, and that spray down to end it. 6-2. And no money for Astralis. Man, FaZe are off to a hot start here on Inferno.
You couldn't ask for anything better. This is 2 rounds now. You've kind of battered their economy, even with them on the T side where it's easier to manage. But yeah, the double up reigns supreme for him on Mirage. It's doing so here again on Inferno. And, you know, we criticize at times FaZe. Their defenses sometimes get very, very passive, and they give a lot of map control over. And against a team like Astralis, that's very dangerous. But when you have ops that are finding you picks, if you're going to start out rounds 5-on-4, 5-on-3, then you can play those kind of passive styles and let them walk into the blenders. And Guardian looking for more, a bit of a heat check, peek down mid. Again, pistols for the Astralis side, and a little bit of utility, more danger. They want to chase down Guardian. That nade is going to land right at their feet. It does great damage, but he's forced back into CT spawn. He's going to be isolated. Again, Nico and Rain going to be tested.
Slowly being grenaded down here. Astralis taking a bit of damage. Rain is just so good in this pit. Molotovs to kill out. You see him tapping away. It's just beautiful, isn't it? Meg is absolutely gone. And Sip and Device trying to do something. I mean, they had the scent of Guardian the whole way through. They wanted to see if they could find him. It just wasn't possible. This is great Counter-Strike out of FaZe. Imagine again, you could almost forgive them if they had been just a little bit heartbroken and maybe were going to have a hard time starting off this map after not being able to complete the comeback. They put all of their energy into it.
Right.
Not a bad shot from Device, but it doesn't matter. 7-2. FaZe right back in this game. This is incredible.
Very good stuff. And Rain looking on point as well to kick this off. 13-4 for him. And I mean, it's a testament to how good this FaZe team is when Rain is a player who sometimes gets lost in the conversation around just the legendary histories of these players. But he is one of those guys where when he is having a good game, when his aim is feeling crisp, he almost feels like he just can't lose. And he plays that critical position on the defense inside of pit. So again, another round where Astralis This is the third time we've seen it where they've had, just pistols, no armor, and no utility. You don't normally see that. They normally have something to work with, but now FaZe playing the mind games, pushing down mid.
Bullying the Astralis team, making sure they don't feel comfortable whatsoever. There'll be a good couple of kills there for Carrigan, and all he gives away is the MP9. Nobody cares about that. Pushing them around the map. Gonna win an 8th round here on the board. I actually think, you asked the question earlier, how many rounds do they really need? And it's a hard question to answer when we don't know much about FaZe, but let's assume that they're sort of an average Inferno team. 8 rounds on the CT side is quite incredible. Like, that can be very hard to get. This map has been sometimes quite T-sided, and don't know if it's enough yet, but it's not a bad start at all.
Yeah, only if the T's control the economy, right?
Yeah.
You have the advantage if you have all the nades on the CT side, but at the moment, Astralis haven't been able to find any real working recipe. The difference on Mirage was that Astralis was able to win 2 rounds in a row on the T side. They've been denied that here so far in these first 10 rounds. And like you said, there's the first two-thirds of this gone, and a lot of it comes down to that, that force buy that they had earlier in this half. We mentioned that might kind of destroy their ability to fight for some of these rounds. Here again, now that the losing bonus is rebuilding, it's up to 3. Astralis has some money to play with. 5 AKs. Xyp9x has forgot to buy armor, which is never good.
Definitely don't want to do that. Maybe needs a firmware update, Moses. Megis setting up for the grenade. It does land right on top, so that's not bad at all. And he somehow dodges most of the flames there. So dishing out quite a bit of damage. That's the utility stat that we were talking about earlier, but they do receive about as much as they gave out. So I guess they'll just call that even.
This feels like the lack of armor on Xyp9x is going to come to play somehow in this round, whether it's aim punch being applied, whether it's a nade coming out of nowhere to take out most of his HP. That's going to be so deadly. Keep your eye on that and his positioning as this round plays out. These ults, they've been great, and Guardian saw a little bit of leg. Now he's blind. Timing shot gives away his position. But FaZe is going to stick around. They have an aggressive stance here, and they do not want to give it up.
Counter-Strike does have a way of working out that way, doesn't it? That the one thing that you sort of missed early on is the thing that you're going to need at the end of the round. Bit of a boost up there from Carrigan on top of the box. They don't really have a lot of grenades. Otherwise, you can sometimes Molotov or just HE this position out, but Olofmeister behind him, 45 seconds. That's a great time to put down a smoke. They're going to come right through. They're not going to stop. Olof shutting down one. Carrigan with a headshot, and this is a perfect defense. Double kill for Olofmeister, and they're still coming for him. Finally, Device will open up the bomb site. It's a 2-on-2, and Zip! How does he get that headshot on Nico? Unbelievable. Through the smoke, it must have been.
That changes the game. Such a huge advantage for FaZe before Xyp9x hits that through the smoke. Just a random one, and Device has the op now in the post plant. This is such a good position for that AWP to be in as well. And Astralis, it feels, has turned the tides in this round.
Somehow they're back in it. No smoke signed up for FaZe. They're going to have to fight this one straight up. And Sip standing up, fire the coffins. He sees a player, and that's a little bit of information to work with. Device just checking the same angle here as they make their way in from Banana. Instant kill. Device taking down one, and Guardian is trapped, going to get shot in the back, and Astralis make it back in the round. A solid defense. Olofmeister and Carrigan, 3 kills on them. But this kill from Sip, I mean, you're right, that changed everything.
And the lack of armor really didn't matter at all. He didn't get touched in the round. I do not know how FaZe managed to lose this round. They had everything just until now, and that is so nasty. That should not be allowed. And Nico, when he sees that, is going to be so pissed. 8-3, advantage for FaZe, but that one hurts. That's a gut punch of a round.
He was running and shooting as well. So all the things you're not supposed to do. Flashbang here for the peek into second mid, and a great start. There's Nico, but he can't get back now. That Molotov has got him weirdly trapped, and he's going to go down. That was a great idea. And I mean, FaZe, you have to admire how much pressure they're keeping on Astralis at the moment. Oh my God!
That is one of the most incredible shots I've seen in a long time. Guardian, knowledge of the angle, that's not fair. A man advantage for FaZe, and they have 3 players here at A.
Where did that come from? Now they're going to be boosting up, trying to look into pit or graveyard. It's quite a powerful position. If somebody re-peeks it, they might not even be checking for this, especially when the smoke is up. But nobody making any mistakes right now on FaZe. They have been very cool at just holding the angle. Bit of a jump over from Device. He just wants to see somebody right now. Guardian waiting back there. Device, is he going to continue climbing all the way up? He sees it and takes him down. What a kill for Device. Dropping Guardian, and now alone in the pit is Rain. He's been here before and he's held the defense multiple rounds. He's going to have to try it one more time. The flashbang does not touch him and the spray is in. He's going to drop the bomb, instant return. Device is there again. And now it's a one-on-one. A Device, does he go for the bomb plant or wait for Olaf? And Olaf is already around the corner. Device has picked up an AK instead. Olaf is going to have one shot here with the AWP. Is it going to be enough? It will be. Taking him down, a headshot as well. A bit overkill and a bit of disrespect at the end. I love it. 9 rounds now on the board of FaZe here. This is incredible.
That is a bold play from Olaf Meister. You're exactly right. One chance to hit that shot, and he nails it. I mentioned him at the start of this series as, for my money, the greatest CSGO player to have played the game. And yeah, Guardian delivers. Now, he can't see Device at that point because he is scoped in. This is great trades from Device to enter in, but the swap out to the AK-47, he doesn't get a chance to shoot it. And again, Astralis is stopped at 1 round. They just cannot win 2 in a row. And even though FaZe, again, much like Mirage, they've bent here in this first half with some of these losses, but they're holding strong. They're recovering each and every time. Back to a single op setup, and it's in Guardian's hands. And even though he only has 9 kills, some of them have been critical.
I mean, it feels like somehow, in spite of the fact that we haven't really seen much of Inferno out of FaZe, they've kept it hidden. Could that really be happening? I mean, we talk about that a lot. It's almost a bit of a joke.
Well, we also know Kerrigan, one of the best in-game leaders we have at the pick ban phase, has been for some time, loves to game these things, and might be a little bit. Guess we'll have to see if after the fact.
Here's one of my favorite strategies, the jump out of apartments, the flashbang to set it up. But once again, Rain tracking him mid-air, robotic aim, and following up with a triple. It is beautiful once again. And Megaskin Device 2-on-4. Just maybe a bomb plant if they're really quick, but they're actually down in pit, and Rain is just shutting down these pushes so easily. Really, really well done.
Magisk battling pretty hard to buy himself a little bit of breathing room just so he can try and get that bomb. He's done a pretty decent job. Again, another round where I feel like it'd be a victory of sorts for Astralis. Now, they did invest pretty much everything they have into this round, so they're going to have to save next no matter what. But, you know, a plant here would be great, and it seems like FaZe is going to give it to them. They don't have a great economy themselves, so wanting to preserve all these weapons. Guardian, even at 33 HP, not wanting to take any duels with that op, and I think we might see a boost inside the smoke. They're just getting ready to burst through as soon as the plant comes in. 14 seconds left. And here he goes. He's going to try and stick it. No one coming through the smoke just yet. Now they are, and Guardian's going to end it. Side swipe with the pistol, but he does get the plant. The extra $800 is going to help out moving forward.
Again, FaZe playing this rock solid at the moment. 1 versus 3, you pretty much win it. If you start to fight, single fights, maybe you give them a way back into it. And this is just beautiful from Rain.
It's so much easier to win fights when they're in the air, when you take them. That's great timing for Rain, and he's been great in that position this entire half. 17 kills now on him, 7 deaths. Olaf with 13, and it's Device this time leading the way. Dupree, who's the man of the match on Mirage, stuck down at 3 frags. Astralis has had a tough time on this T side.
Yeah, that might even be an understatement right now. FaZe look like they're completely in control of this game. We might very well see a 3rd map here. They are building it quickly at the moment. Guardian is having a bit of a fight, a little bit of a game going on with Glaive.
And Astralis has forced up into this as well. Forced up into the last round, and they're essentially saying, we feel like we need to get to 5. We've got to fight for every single round and hope that we can break you guys and hope that we can get into a bomb site and just give ourselves more of a window than just those 3 rounds. That's the kind of first half where you know going in that everything rests on the pistol if you can only manage those 3.
We'll see if they can pull out anything here at the end. Certainly winning around with pistols and CCs would be a big thing to happen.
2 smokes, 2 Molotovs at this B bomb site. Kerrigan's going to put one out now. Perfect time. You're going to need the Molotov as well. You have Olaf boosted up. He just wants to make sure they can't swing too wide. Oh, and Olaf's in trouble. He's got to stay back now, and Kerrigan's got to get through that smoke to help him. This B defense, I don't think it's going to get anything done. Poor timing. All the utility in the world, and it feels like FaZe overthought it, and Astralis might have found themselves a 4th round.
That would be a really big conversion. Almost nothing to work with in this round, but the timing was just so good. They run through the fire. They don't even care to stop it. Now the boost on the other side. A lot of people waiting for it. They are going to get caught immediately doing this. Rain did a little bit of damage, but Device was so ready for that one, and they probably have to back off now. 2-on-4. You're right, a 4th round being picked up here from Astralis is big news, and they want to take the guns away. Guardian trapped up along the side of the wall here. Makes a heroic jump for it. Actually, he's going to try and keep them locked in with the bomb as well. Wants to make sure they don't get anything out of it. Misses the chance, and he's going to go down to Device, picking up the AWP 10-4. And yeah, they keep sort of shooting the corpses a little bit, Moses. They're happy about that.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of BM, which is great. This is so awkward for Olaf, and I don't know why Kerrigan threw that Molotov over towards Water, and Grill could have placed it right behind his own smoke. Not able to come through and not able to help Olaf, who had to drop off the boost immediately. So just mistiming, misuse of utility, and look at the consequences. This goes from potentially being, 11-3, that now FaZe is at a disadvantage. And Astralis has a nice opportunity to get up to 5, which just seems like insanity with the way that this has played out. FaZe has played way too good of a half to have given up 5 rounds, but that might be what's coming in.
Yeah, have to agree. This has looked incredibly solid for the FaZe side of things. A little bit of more grenade damage there. That's on the banana side. Kerrigan and Olaf Meister, and Nico goes down now. Rain alone with the max 7. Close quarters though. All the pellets. He misses the first chance, and Sip somehow dives under it. Had that one chance and he couldn't make it work. And Guardian, well, they're going to pick up the bomb now. He just has to run for it. I mean, why not? If he can intercept the bomb, that would be a way to get back in. He sort of hears them running, but he's going to be a second too late.
Dupree doesn't hear him. I don't think they have the knowledge that Guardian is already here. Now they do, coming through the smoke. Magisk is going to be blind. Dupree coming in for the flank, and Guardian, he just can't slow down at this point. It's do or die.
1 versus 3. He's very much boxed in. Wants to see if he can make them peek, and they're going to shut him down. Great round from Magisk. The triple kill, the 10-5 at the end of it for Astralis, and I absolutely agree. Did not even look like they should have had the 5 rounds, but somehow they do.
That's typical Astralis. Losing the entire time until right at the end. They get everything they need. That one small mistake was all that Astralis wanted. Now a great chance. Now they can survive a pistol round. They're on the CT side, and we know what that means. I mean, I think it was Sean that highlighted the amount of damage they do with their utility. If this Astralis defense gets up and running quick, if they establish economy in the first 4 or 5 rounds, you might even just be able to call it at that point. FaZe's offensive sides did not look great in Mirage. So you got to hope this was a little bit of a toy pick from Kerrigan, that he knows exactly how to handle this offensive side. But remember, it's also Nico calling, so
yeah,
you throw it all out the window.
See what happens. London, second half going to be coming up now. Get all your friends involved. 10-5 here for the first half, and now the pistol. If FaZe win it, that just might be it. We might get that third map, and if not, Astralis, they might make a comeback of their own. Immediately, Olaf Meister's down in Device. He re-peeks into it. What a madman. And now Dupree trying to get back around. Rain is going to stop him, and that smoke making it impossible for Device to get back in the fight, and Glaive is backing up. Oh my God! How can that happen? They walked right into it. Just 2 fadeaway shots, practically throwing the bullets around the corner. And now Guardian and Rain 2-on-4. They have no idea what hit them. That should not be happening.
What a fight to take from Glaive. Such a narrow angle, so safe in his retreat, and able to just fire off a couple of those shots. And what was a promising pistol round for FaZe is now a disaster. A crossfire at this A bomb site, 1 in the pit. I don't know how they get in. Xyp9x is going to be here so fast. These kills have to be immediate. Xyp9x is worried about a potential lurker, but it's not there. And that's Magisk inside the bomb site, and Guardian goes down as well. Device started it, and he ends it, but it was all Glaive. 6-10. And here we go. This is going to be a rough ride for FaZe, I think.
I just can't believe it. They're doing a good job. That kill on Dupree is beautiful, but this is outrageous. Oh my God.
I think that's 1 bullet as well. I think it was the first of the 2 bullets he shot at that little jiggle peak. A little bit unreasonable.
Just a tiny bit, Moses, I'm not gonna lie. That made me throw up in my mouth just a tiny bit. Guardian, 1 flashbang, and a great opening. Magisk ready to check the middle and got a bit more than he was asking for. 4 versus 5 now. And that 1 flashbang, I mean, get you through a smoke at some point if they need to. Maybe just get you out of the apartments up here.
This is going to be so weird. That's so much time for Astralis to play in a 4-on-5. 3 Deagles. They would love to find 1 more pick. And this is basically one of the few options Astralis really has that can be effective. Leave Xyp9x alone to jump and try and find information at the base of Banana. Cheat a 3rd player over. With only 2 players defending A, you can get so spread thin and you lose so much information. So just put the robot to handle one side of the map and 3 players on the other.
It's not a bad choice, is it? He has a smoke and a Molotov as well, so for someone playing alone, he could potentially stall quite a bit of a push. Carrigan hoping to maybe snack someone who's going to be rotating on from the other side. This boost, though, is going to be very hard to break for the FaZe side of things. Even if they have that smoke on Rain, he's going to be shot right over, and Sip is going to put down the fire in front. Counter smoke coming out. There's the fire in front, and they're going to run right through it as they're being shot here. It's a very, very good defensive setup. The grenade not going to catch anyone, though. Still, Sip putting out more damage. 28 seconds, and they're going to start to rotate over in the middle. Carrigan is falling back through the bomb. Is going to be planted here. It's definitely doable. 3-on-3 for FaZe. If they steal it back in this round, Astralis might not even be able to recover here. See if they can hold on to it. They have such poor weaponry. Coming up, Banana device is going to be going down. That's Rain with a headshot. And oh no, the missed tap. Big opportunity there. Dupree going to try and follow it up, but Carrigan shuts him down, pre-firing that corner. And now it's all on Sip. He gets the one kill and tapping the bomb. He's just got his back turned. Carrigan out there, and he's not peeking it yet. The time is running out for Sip. He has got one more chance of doing it, and maybe not even that. He's going to get the kill and comes back immediately for it. Oh, it's going to be the last second, isn't it?
I think he's got it. He's definitely got it. That is heartbreaking. FaZe
kill.
Had everything, and that is just so typical of Zipnik. Somehow he pulls a miracle out, and that one hurts. Certainly, this was such a well-fought round from FaZe from start to finish. A little bit fortunate for Guardian to help them get into the bomb site. A great shot again here from Rain. Look at the HP, only 10 health. And they can't keep Zipniks off the bomb, but another force buy. They know they've got Astralis on the verge of breaking them this entire half, this entire map. FaZe's tournament life could depend on this round right here.
Yeah, they're ready to choke them out. That's what this buy is, that's for sure. 10-7, 3-round lead right now for FaZe. And now rushing up through Banana. Sip has got no chance at all. He's still getting a double. Oh my God, the UMP a triple. He should have easily gone down. They had all the firepower on the T side, and somehow it's not enough. Glaive only got the one kill, but it managed to slow them down. And now Carrigan 1-on-4. That looked like it was perfect. They didn't take that much damage even coming up on the entrance to top Banana there, and yet they got destroyed.
Called the Vega strat, and as we all know, only Vega can make that one work with the MAC-10s rushing up Banana. Great taps from Carrigan. Every kill he gets, even if it's not likely to win the round, is valuable here because FaZe, this has got to be crushing. They put so much of their economy into this round. So many rounds that they just kind of threw away there as they're going to have to save moving forward into that one purchase because you have Astralis on the verge of falling.
He wants to make it more expensive. Dupree flanking in through T-spawn. That's the long route to be taking. Sip on the other side, quite low on health. It will be Dupree to close out the round then. But a triple for Sip, and I can't believe he held it with the UMP. Him and Device right now are playing a great game for Astralis. And now, I mean, we had the force-up from Astralis early on that definitely hurt their economy quite a lot. FaZe have done something similar. This might be scary.
Yeah, no, this is already very scary. This is going to be tough for FaZe to kind of recover from that great triple kill from Zipnik, as you said, coming through the smoke. I mean, just a hard situation to be able to trade that kill. What a hold of Banana from Astralis to withstand all that pressure. 3 in a row for them, and they've had a battle for each one of them. A little bit of a extended pause here as we get some money situation figured out. So some time for FaZe to reflect on Astralis' good start to this half.
I feel like that's not what you want to do right now, you know, just try and keep that out of your mind. There is that little Astralis fan section down there that's been incredibly loud throughout this whole game, and they've got a bit more to cheer for now. I feel like they might have been silenced earlier, but...
I don't know if there's more Astralis fans than FaZe fans, but they're certainly more concentrated in one part.
Yeah, they got a little grouping going on. They got the signs as well. They are... they're ready in case this comeback really happens. FaZe, all they need, get back in the lead with the economy. Make sure Astralis don't have what they have now, which is the luxury of these extra grenades. It's so hard to fight. They have Deagles and upgraded pistols all across the board, except for Guardian. He's going to have that. Oh, that'd be great. If they can get Guardian to open up on the T side here once he gets it, that'd be very interesting.
That's a big if, and that's a big ask for an Alper, though, against this kind of coordinated utility from Astralis. It's already tough as it is against every other team, but when you add in the knowledge that Astralis has from the defensive side of their nade placements, I don't think Alpers are going to be very comfortable on this T side. And then you add in the aggression as well. If Magisk is going to be making a play like this, Guardian is going to be very nervous about sitting at a choke point and holding an angle.
Just hunting them down not giving them any time to run around with. Orb is going to be saved here, and that was Galil that they exchanged for it as well. They made sure at the end, Moses, that they didn't throw away any expensive rifles. 9-10, Astralis almost completing the comeback and almost getting back on par with FaZe.
I do not know how FaZe wins 6 rounds on this T side. Racking my brain. Now, we haven't seen a true gun round out of them on the T side just yet. They've been force buying, and they had that economic tug of war to start. So we'll see if they can bring anything forward here, but here we go. Nades down mid. Banana control as well. Smoke to put out the second one. Olaf wants a fight. Not going to get it quite yet. He's looking for the jump. He's going to find what he wanted. Not able to land the shot. It was a difficult one. And now the utility. Now the spam war. And this is a coin toss.
Oh, and the follow-up then. The grenade did nothing, but the headshot from Glay was perfect. Out of that round.
It's so good we get to see that fight from Olaf's POV because he saw absolutely nothing.
Nice peek, and there was a bit of a backup, and another one here actually. They had that doubly insured Moses, that ult from the back and then Dupree in boiler room, and they cancel out that frag. That's not bad at all. Refragging is such a core part of Counter-Strike, especially playing on that defensive side, and Astralis just giving a bit of lesson in that round. So now Guardian and Nico 2-on-4. What could they possibly do in this round?
Well, they have a 2-on-2. And Nico with the AK can open up. The tough part is they're going to get stalled out. Glaive and Zipnix just put down a smoke. That's pretty brutal. Now, they only have the one flashbang left, but waiting this out almost gives information over. Device and Dupree are waiting. Device has a pretty aggressive angle. And as long as Astralis just don't lose players, you can give up the plant here, but if you get into an uncomfortable situation, just play it safe. Make sure you survive. There's the smoke towards CT spawn. The game is up. Device Dupree not moving in case of a fake. 20 seconds left.
They're just waiting for it. This crossfire is so hard to break. There's a Molotov on Nico for the afterplant if they need it. Guardian going to be peeking in first. He sees the shoulder, and that's going to make them back off, and why not? They know they don't have the time to break it. I mean, 9 seconds there. Going to Molotov up and try and just stay safe out here on Banana. Now that the round has run out, if they die now, it's an absolute disaster. Guardian going to get the kill, but they both run. They get run down. What do they have? $100 on Guardian, $250 on Nico. Dying after the time has gone down on the T side means you get no loss bonus.
That's an awful decision to make in that kind of a scenario. You have to go for that kind of a round. You're too close to the B bomb site. You know they're going to hunt you down in these situations. You can see what FaZe wanted, though. Give Guardian the shot. If he hits it, they go. If he misses it, they fall back. But just Astralis is going to be relentless at this point, and that is so punishing. Yeah, that is brutal for Nico and Guardian.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Hello.
Again, it's Megis on the receiving end. Might be starting to feel like that's not worth his time.
Yeah, he's probably not going to make that peak again for the rest of this half.
And they shoot away the rifle from top mid just in case anyone is going to try and sort of pick it up. It's going to be a little bit further away. And I don't know if they've juggled it all the way back or not, but yeah, Device stealing it there. They're actually running the gun away from FaZe so that they can't pick it up. Seems a bit petty, Moses, doesn't it?
Does seem a bit petty, but makes sense. I'd do it too. And I don't think there's any access to this bomb site. Maybe if you can find Dupree, but 2 M4s holding any passageway up mid. That's a tough battle to take with just the Deagles. The firing while crouching as well makes you a tough target. Kerrigan waiting for someone to provide an opening, and they all along never knew Device was here. And Dupree knows what's coming. He knows what the follow-up is to that kind of a tactic, and Astralis have taken the lead 11-10 and 6 in a row in this second half.
Again, you recall the fact that they got to 5 rounds in the first half by winning a CC rush, and I mean, they just made that round work in the end. That's how they got from 3 to 5, winning the last 2 like that, and now they're back in the lead. How do you put away this Astralis team? How do you make sure that they are just not going to be able to compete any longer? Because that first half was not good for Astralis for almost all of it, right? It was looking terrible.
It was looking terrible. You have to do, I mean, it's tough now that you've given them the money. That's why it's so weird. That's why you saw FaZe playing that economic tug of war. You almost have to risk that much if you have Astralis at that breaking point, because once they get the nades, once they get the Molotovs, they're one of the best defensive teams we see on this map. So FaZe really wanting to take advantage of that, but it just leaves them kind of ruined moving forward, and so tough for them to get back into the game. Even this kind of a buy, look at the punish of having 2 players survive. They invest in 2 AKs, but I mean, even Nico just has a P250, Kerrigan with the MAC-10. You got to rely on Olaf and Rain and pretty reliable guys. But you've been struggling when all 5 players have rifles, much less this kind of a disparity.
Because of the utility on Astralis, it's so hard for them to find opening fights. So they had a little bit of luck in one of the earlier rounds getting a fight. I think that was Rain opening up on the apartments, right?
Chad mentioned it on the desk. This is a map that FaZe is going to have to fight for any little bit of control that they want. It's not like Mirage where you can throw out the 4-set smokes and have control of mid, or 2-set smokes and have control of a portion of the map. You actually have to go and take a risk, and they didn't show really a great willingness on the T side of Mirage to do that. So that doesn't leave you with a whole lot of confidence.
Doesn't. A bit more speed this time, earlier in the round as well. Forcing some grenades out of the Astralis team, that's not bad at all for FaZe. If they can do that, maybe they get a chance in the last 30 seconds. Carrigan not happy about that grenade whatsoever. And Olaf setting up for a smoke going on top of the roof here. All the way through. Dupree and Graveyard's a very powerful position. If they don't have a Molotov for it, he can probably get a couple of kills like that. Glaive backing off, and there's Dupree locking it down. Magus got the crossfire. Such a strong defense being set up here. Olaf with the only kill so far here. Might be the only one they get as well. No chance for anything. Magus all right over the hit card to pick up that kill. 12 and 10 now. And Astralis look, I don't know, they look incredibly scary. And they're rich as well, Moses, at the beginning of the round.
They're very rich. Not going to have to worry about money for some time. And for FaZe, this feels like it's one of the last rounds they're going to have to show us something, show us that they can come back in this half. Even overtime seems to, even 5 rounds seems out of reach for FaZe. They're in some real trouble. They have all the players. Nico, consistently fighting for the title of best player in the world. Olaf Meister, one of the most decorated players in Counter-Strike history. Guardian, one of the best oppers in Counter-Strike history. They have the players necessary to dig him out of this pit. There's a peek and a missed shot from Device, but he gets away with his life at the very least.
That seemed like a very dangerous fight to be taken. I know Sonic might be frowning, slightly looking at that, thinking, come on now.
I think you let Device do whatever he wants. He's been so good for you with the AWP so many times. Let him take those risks. Have a bit of fun once in a while.
They're going to try and boost on that corner, it seems like. Hoping that someone is going to challenge the smoke. Definitely a powerful idea. And peek right in, he doesn't see anyone just yet. Almost got the edge on him. And there's the shot on Rain. And Rain is the top fragger right now for FaZe. They get him out of the round early, definitely big news. 50 seconds now. And FaZe slowed down once again. Sip playing over here, just jump spotting it. And he's going to fall back. And he's held on to this. Actually, he's going to put out the smoke a bit early, maybe. 40 seconds. Hard for them to know if there's more coming, though.
It's a bit early, but I think he's just buying time for his teammates to rotate in. Also buying time for Device to just wreck this FaZe team. He finally goes down. Now that's the one Zonic will be frowning at. A 5-on-3 with 30 seconds left in the round, and you take a peek. You don't need to be doing that. Don't need to take the risk. And oh, Nico just barely missed the timing. Glaive taking the fight, keeping him occupied. Dupree's going to come through the smoke. Look at Nico, though. He reads it, and he adjusts perfectly. That's a brilliant kill for him to get 9 HP, though. And it's all on Guardian and Olaf. They have to attack this. Magic to hold, and he's been phenomenal in this position for Astralis. 10 seconds now, trying to get in, but the reinforcements have arrived, and it's shut down. They had an opportunity, and it's all disappeared. 13 now for Astralis.
Man, it got lost in all of that, but the grenade that Magus threw towards Quad took Nico from like 10 health to 3. It almost ruined the round with that first grenade, but they ran into a 3-way crossfire coming up that lane, and it's just not possible. 13 to 10. Astralis, they've won every single round in the second half. They can't be stopped. How do you get back?
You want to know how bad it is, Anders. It's not even the amount of rounds they've won. It's the fact that only in the second round did FaZe get a plant. They haven't even been finding their way into bomb sites. So little bonus money going their way. You could see in the first half at the very least, I mean, Astralis was able to get the bomb down. It was diffused 4 times. So some bonus money flowing their way, and at least some success to hang your hat on of getting into these sites. And for FaZe, it's just nothing has worked. No one giving any advantages. They haven't been able to get banana control. They've been beaten back in that fashion. When they get mid control, they usually end up losing a player and a lot of utility and don't have anything to show for it.
I have no idea what the answer is right now. I'm searching my brain as well, but I just don't know what can crack this Astralis team. This defense is looking absolutely indestructible. The grenade hitting 4 people as they come around the corner, running through the flames. That's the bomb as well. And more grenades to follow. Completely heartless here on the Astralis side. Nico does get a kill, and the bomb is still on that side.
I was going to say, they finally get control of the bomb site, except the bomb is on the wrong side of the smoke, and there's no chance of them picking up, and Glaive now just further ruining their day. This is Astralis making a statement. Astralis knocking FaZe out of this tournament. I don't think FaZe has anything left. Spam down through the smoke, 14-10, and FaZe still blanked on the offense. And that's going to be a big point to pick on in the coming days if FaZe do end up going down here, having to switch to Nico in the middle of the tournament as the caller, as the in-game leader. Even the unpreparedness that made that swap important.
Yeah, definitely a weakness in the lineup. You have to assume, I don't know, this is very tough. 14-10 again, moving into round number 25, and FaZe have had no answers for us here on the second half. It's been all Astralis all the way from 10-5 to from 10-5 to 14-10. That's the run.
Yep.
It's out of this world, isn't it? 9 rounds in a row.
Not even sure what FaZe would say during this pause. They've had no success. That time they tried to speed things up, try to catch them off guard, and it didn't pan out. But either way, here we go. FaZe gonna try and bash their head into the brick wall one more time, see if it breaks. Guardian with the AWP. Hasn't done much, might get a chance though. A little bit of aggression. Look at this, the nade down deep. More to follow, and Guardian's got Magic at the very least, but the nade stack, it does its job, and more dueling for Dupree, and this time FaZe might get bailed out by Astralis being aggressive and offering the opportunity to them on a silver platter.
Yeah, the confidence is boiling over a little bit here for Astralis. They see it coming in, and all of Meister. That's a big kill on Glaive. Not easy to read at all, especially because they were a man down, Astralis, so not a bad shot. Device going to be sneaking in, hit him and Sip. 2-on-4. If ever there was a round to be winning here on the T side, surely Moses, it would be this one. What can Astralis do? I mean, do they just both stack up at a bomb site and hope that somebody shows up, or spread out across the map?
I think you stay spread out. Device has an AWP, you've got plenty of money, you don't necessarily need to save these rifles. You let Device maybe try someone, because at this point in the round, FaZe thinking they might want to kind of keep their plan secret until the very end.
Sip has just got a huge off angle, but if 3 members come around the corner, it's very unlikely he can kill all of them.
Or one pop flash.
Yeah, that's what they need right now. He's crouched in and ready. They're going to peek in front. He gets the one, keeps spraying, and that could have easily been a kill on Nico. Scary, but not enough here. Device is going to get smoked off as he tries to wrap in through CT spawn, and they're flanking him at the same time. Carrigan making absolutely sure they've got him boxed in. 20 seconds now. Bomb crossing in front, and he can't see a single thing. And well, here's Carrigan. He's not going to win the fight. Good job, Team Ace. And finally, FaZe pick up a round here on the T side. I mean, you did say a little bit assisted by the fact that Astralis were feeling very frisky in the beginning of that round.
A little frisky. They wanted to go for more. And Guardian doesn't even see the nades coming through that smoke that eventually takes him out. But yeah, this is why, in my opinion, that spread out is nice for Xyp9x and Device in that scenario. Xyp9x very easily could have had a double kill, and in that situation, you put Device into a decent 1v2 where he can either just get the one kill and kind of destroy the economy, or actually go for it. Here we go. We'll see if FaZe can actually do this in a round where Astralis is not pushing down mid, and actually Olaf's going to get caught off guard. The Molotov's burning him, and that's easy. That is the freest kill Glaive's gotten in a while, and this is looking like an immediate response for Astralis.
How does somebody do that? Again, the utility use out of this team is way out of control.
And it's the combination, the utility use with the play. They know exactly what the utility is going to force their opponents to do and how to take advantage of that. Glaive turns that corner, and he's got Olaf looking at the ground with a smoke in his hand.
And if they break the economy on the FaZe side now, there is not going to be much left. 14-11. FaZe continuing the fight, and Astralis, they just seem so focused right now. This second half has been all them all the way. No interruptions except for that last round. Carrigan making a bit of noise here at top mid while the rest are trying to get that banana control. And they've got it, but Sip is on the other side, and Device is here. They've got 2 smokes left at 40 seconds. This is going to stay smoked almost forever, isn't it? Oh, they do. They did put up 2 smokes on the top of each other.
All right, so miscue there.
Yeah.
One of maybe the 3 we've seen from Astralis in this game.
Oh, but they're gravitating over. They're almost they're almost using the fact that they put both those out.
Yeah, and the fact that Magisk has that position in Boiler, so he knows no one's top mid. That one nade that Nico just threw, it's not going to fool anyone. No one's even in the bomb site to see it. Oh, FaZe about to enter a world of hurt.
Yeah, this might be the worst call they could make right now. They can't really know it. 10 seconds and Device there. The rest of the teams will follow it up. The bomb is committing to it as well, and they're out of time. They cannot win the round any longer, and Megas come behind as well. Once again, they're getting locked in, and time is out, and again going down after the clock has run out here. An absolute disaster. 15-11. Astralis 1 round away from that semi-final.
Such a comprehensive victory for the Danes that it's actually knocked FaZe off the rails. Another round where they just get stopped and trying to run away.
This is so outrageous.
Yeah, that's brutal. And even the Flames not hitting Device, so nothing going right for FaZe in this round. I will have to, maybe that'll come out in an interview at some point. That double smoke that goes down, does Astralis say, oh, we screwed up, now they're going to try and capitalize on the 2 smokes, everyone rotate here?
I mean, that would be the next double bait, wouldn't it? Revenge for the pre going down, and they are fighting tooth and nail right now, FaZe. They want to stay in it. They don't want to leave just yet. And Nico going to be taking down Magus. Nice shot from Device. And repositioning ready in case they wrap around quickly. 3-on-3. Everything on the line here, Glaive. Just they're running them down. This is madness. Device hitting one more shot for the triple. And he's going to try and see if he can end it in a 1 versus 2 close range. Just no scoping him. Olaf on the other side. And Device, he wants the ace to close this one out. Couple of shots with the pistol, and Olaf has made his way back around the corner. Out of all the ways you could lose this quarterfinals, surely Device wrecking your whole team would be a painful one. Great reposition here from Olaf Meister up in the apartments. And Device going to smoke it off down on the low ground, tapping the bomb, and he goes down. Second kill for Olaf. They keep it alive. 15-12. FaZe, they just keep fighting at this point.
This is a backs against the wall kind of scenario. This is the most aggressive we've seen FaZe be across 2 maps. Finally, Nico coming through a smoke, just trying to create something. We haven't seen FaZe take that initiative on their offensive sides, and even still a close affair. FaZe are going to have to, once again, try and come back and force OT. This is going to be so tough. 3 rounds in a row for them. They finally, once again, if they can win this round, they can do it. That would take money away from Astralis. 4 players on the verge of losing everything for this defensive side. But you've got to break it with 2 MAC-10s. And again, this is going to be very simple, very aggressive. 3 players coming out of halls. They've got to trade. They've got to take out Magisk, and Device is going to be inside the bomb site. The ult might be a tough crossfire. They lose the first. They're going to lose so much more. They're going to lose it all.
No chance here. Rain and Guardian left 2-on-4, and you're absolutely right, Moses. There's nothing left to fight for. Guardian with the MAC-10. He chases down 1, but it's 16-12, and Astralis make another semi-final here at the Major. Impressive. Again, they are just such a hard team to beat. That second half looked completely untouchable. 16-12, taking down FaZe 2-0.
Yeah, and the issues from the challenger, from the legend stage for FaZe kind of reared their ugly head here, and it's the offensive sides which just didn't have enough behind him. 2 rounds here on Inferno, and it was what, 4 rounds on Mirage, just not good enough production on that offensive side. Defenses look great, but Astralis still looking phenomenal in this event, and that kind of small shadow of doubt that people had in them coming into this out of Stockholm after losing the finals, I think it's been erased.
Surely, yes, it would have been washed away by now. Down on the stage, you can see they're not at that trophy yet, Moses, but this was a big step in the right direction. That means they're going to be facing Liquid, and my God, what a game.
Yeah, everyone wants that. You asked during the game, what can stop this Astralis defense on Inferno, and it was Liquid who actually showed that they could do it.
Yes, indeed.
And that'll be such a fun matchup to have. That's kind of like, that's almost like a grand final matchup that everyone kind of predicted. These 2 teams looking the best coming into this event, but either way, that'll be a tall test for the American side.
Excitement all around, greeting some of their fans down there, and you saw the hugs as well. Good mood between the teams at the end of it. You could definitely tell. Yeah, what an incredible game this was.
And it was just so dominant from Astralis that they did it in such a cool way. Obviously Dupree was a monster on Mirage. He had some amazing rounds. Device turned it up on the second map, but it was tactically, it's the teamwork that is the consistent. It's the smokes, the utility usage, that's the constant. So such a tough team to beat, and such a tough team to even find a read to be able to have an advantage.
And they've evolved over time as well. Like some of those force buys we didn't used to see out of them. The chasing people down through smokes. I mean, they were far ahead, but still, it's kind of a level that normally they've stayed away from.
I'm wondering if that's not something they learned from like Na'Vi, being able to use all those force buys against them, and like, all right, we need to be able to add this or at least combat it in some way, you know, so we can't get exposed in that fashion.
Yeah, interesting for sure. We've got Freya down on the main stage. Please take it away for us.
The atmosphere is absolutely electric down here. London, please make some noise for your last semi-finalists. Now, Dupree, Glaive, the last time you faced FaZe was actually in this very arena at the ECS Season 5 Finals. How does it feel to take them down again?
It feels amazing, I gotta be honest. It was a great game, they played really good. They played better than they did in the group stage, I think. I don't think like we played our best, but we didn't play bad as well. Me, myself, had a pretty bad game, but we had a lot of fans and we could almost hear them in the booth. It was really nice. Thank you, guys.
I love it. So I just want to go back to Mirage quickly. You guys looked so strong on that CT side, and you were playing quite aggressively there. Do you think that was a big factor in your success?
Yeah, I definitely believe so. I mean, we've had a lot of discussion about our Mirage because it's been going very much up and down, and I think we've found ourselves on Mirage again and how to approach the CT side. And obviously the CT side can always be really hard when you hit the wall and when you don't have the momentum, but overall I feel like we played really great today.
Yeah, because FaZe really put up a fight going into that second half. Was there a turning point for you where you knew you just had to close this out and get the map?
I think it got too close, to be honest. Like, our first side on Inferno was like really bad, but on the second side, yeah, it just went really good for us. We lost some key rounds, but still we managed to come back. We had such a good economy throughout the whole CT side, and that was the key.
I just want to talk about FaZe quickly. It surfaced that Nico is now calling for the team. Have you noticed a difference in their playstyle at all?
To be honest, not really. I feel like they still obviously use the same playbook and they run the same sort of set strategies. I think they play a little bit slower. I think they want to approach the game a little bit slow, and you could feel that in some way, but that really just came to our advantage, the way that we use utility. So yeah, it was great.
Your fans are going absolutely mental. I love it. I just want to talk about Inferno quickly. That first half, you only managed to get 5 rounds on that T side. Were there any difficulties you faced from FaZe there?
I think the double orb, of course, it was a problem against Liquid as well. We didn't really know how to approach against it, even though we talked about it. Also, we just had really bad grenades throughout the whole game, I think. Always missing like 1 grenade, 1 flashbang, 1 heat grenade. So it just made it really tough for us to play our own game. So we started to play into their game, and yeah, just played bad.
So Dupree, how do you feel? What did you focus on to just close that game out and go with that swift 2-0?
I mean, like, obviously it feels great, but we just knew that we had a really good side on both maps, and even though we had a really bad start to Inferno, I believe that we just hang in there. Like, we know that we can make good sides on each side, so yeah, which is great.
So now you're going to be facing Team Liquid tomorrow. What are your preparations going into that?
Our preparation is going to be good. I think we're going to study them for some time because we lost last time. The pick and ban going to be really exciting as well. I'm already looking forward to it. So I think it will be like one of the best games at this major.
I love that confidence. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on that win. Alex, over to you.